A few years ago, I had this idea for a TV show, and I went and met someone at the BBC to talk about it, and obviously it went nowhere. But anyway, it was a sort of nice little idea. It was quite a gentle idea. It was sort of about gardening, really, and but sort of trying to be quite accessible. Anyway, this woman that I showed it to, I can't remember who she was, she liked it, and she said, I think it needs a bit of development, so I'm going to put you in touch with our in-house development team. And so I went and saw the in-house development team, which bizarrely was headed up by Joe Mace, who used to present stuff on UK Play. Do you remember that? Or Play UK and stuff. And anyway, so that's what he does now. Anyway, or did then. I don't know. He showed me his tummy. It was weird. Anyway, so we had this big long conversation, and all of a sudden this idea went from being just a very simple gardening show format idea to say, could we have a dating element? We should have a dating element. There should be some jeopardy. Maybe if we had like two families and they're competing, and maybe they go around the world. And so I was like, it was just like a garden, really. And in the original idea, I was going to present it. That was my idea. Anyway, Joe Mace turned to me and said, well, you know, I mean, obviously, this is a BBC Three idea. And I sort of said, is it? Okay, cool. And he said, and I mean, you know, obviously with respect, you're too old for that. And I was quite dumbfounded. I think 33, maybe 34. I mean, I looked tired, but that was the first time I'd been told I was too old for something, apart from a young person's rail card, which is a funny moment, isn't it? It was quite distressing, really, and I don't agree. And it's not because I wanted to present that program, which turned into such an insipid lot of cack you can't imagine. No one would ever have bought it. It was so convoluted and messy. If anyone wants to talk about my original idea, by the way, we'll do that. But I think it's wrong. I think that the youth, that what they don't necessarily want is another mate. I think they're actually more down with, kid talk, Stephen Fry or Dara O'Brien even, than with some pratty adolescent spouting drivel. They can sort of get that in the dinner hall. They don't really need that in their sort of media. So I kind of feel like maybe it's time to stop this kind of inverted ageism thing, because it's not just about how ageism affects the people that you should be hiring. Still available. You know, there's a lot of conversations about women in the BBC, but it also affects the audience. I think that young people should be credited with having actually a broader demographic outlook than we think they do. And that's why you get politicians who are always trying to be kind of groovy and hep to that by saying, hey, I bloody love the footy too. Yeah, check it out. I eat bacon sandwiches. Hey, do you want to borrow my Bros tape? It's a bit sad and it's a bit pathetic and cringy, really. I think that young people are perfectly capable of listening to someone talking in a way that's appropriate to that person's age and not the youth. And that is why, to the mystification of all these people, Jeremy Corbyn has done so well, because he is what both young people and we old people have all been quietly longing for so long, and that's a grown-up.